Hi friends, my name is Kim. Welcome to Healing Cottage Homestead. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so happy to have you with me today. Today we are going to make a white chicken chili. And there was frost on my windshield this morning, and so that made me decide that it was time for a soup or a stew or a chili or something like that. So we're going to get started. First, before I forget, I'm going to put in a liner in my slow cooker because that helps so much with cleanup. Although I haven't used one with a soup, so we'll see how that works with a soup. And I'm hoping my small slow cooker is big enough. I'm going to make this recipe a little bit smaller than it calls for, just so that I don't have any waste. And it does call for 1 onion. So we're going to go ahead and cut that up. How is the weather for you? I know you probably get sick of hearing me ask about the weather, but it looks beautiful and sunny out. Like I said, it was cold this morning, and I had my fireplace. I have a gas fireplace, and I had that lit. So that was lovely. But it's supposed to get up to 63, so that's still sweatshirt weather here in Ohio. So doesn't hurt my feelings. I just would prefer the mornings to not have frost on my windshield. That would make it a little nicer. I'm going to go ahead and add this. Oh, it's for my bread, but I'm going to use it for this. And Sunday's video, I'm going to show you how a new bread recipe. I'm not going to show you how. I mean, we're going to try it together and see how it works. I'm very excited about it. It's mini baguettes, and it uses a stretch and fold technique, but it's a no knead. And yeah, I'm excited to see how that works. So this recipe does call for a block of cream cheese, and I have the last of my tomatoes brought in, and so you may see a fruit fly or two buzzing around. I have those sticky little butterflies that you stick in your plants to capture them. But when they know there's food happening, they are right here. So I'm going to pull out a chicken breast. And it does only call for 1 chicken breast, even in the full amount of the recipe. So I'm still going to use a whole chicken breast. Okay, and it calls for 1 can of cannellini beans and 1 can of navy beans. There's our cannellini beans. And then we'll use the navy beans that I canned. And then it calls for a teaspoon of garlic, So you know me, we'll use a tablespoon just to be safe. Wouldn't want it to not taste like garlic, my friends. And then it does call for cumin. I'm not a huge cumin fan, so it does call for chili powder, and I'm going to do a little bit more chili powder since I'm not going to use the cumin. I know cumin's just a smoky flavor, but there's just something about it that feels overpowering. You know how green peppers are overpowering, and to me, green peppers can be overpowering in a recipe. I feel the same way about cumin. And then we want to salt and pepper. And then we want to take one brick of cream cheese cubed. It was really good when we made that other chicken recipe with the cream cheese, so I think this will make the white chicken chili, this version of the white chicken chili, a little richer, so that'll be nice. All right. And then it calls for fresh lime juice. And 2 cups of chicken broth. That's good. And then we're going to cook it on low for 4 to 8 hours. So I'm going to put it on low. And then I'm going to come back in probably, yeah, I think this will be fine on low. It's morning, so I think that this will have plenty of time to cook and do its thing. So we will come back in 4 to 8 hours and give it well, do our next step, which is to pull out our chicken and then whisk together the cream cheese, because the cream cheese will still be in chunks. So we'll whisk that together with everything else, and then add our chicken back in, and we can top it with some fresh cilantro if we'd like. I do have some fresh cilantro, so we'll see about that. And I will see you in a few hours. Okay, friends, it's been about 3 hours, and it smells delicious in here. And I checked the temperature of my chicken, and it has exceeded the 165 that we want it to be at. So we're going to whip together our cream cheese. I need to whisk it. Oh yeah, that's better. You know what's interesting is that there's no chilies in this. And it says to shred our chicken. I'm actually going to put some chives on top. Some freeze-dried chives. Okay, it looks yummy. It smells yummy. Chili is one thing that I almost always burn my mouth on. It's very good. I would add more chili powder. I might even try the cumin. But it is very good. The beans and the creaminess of the cream cheese. The chicken is very tender. It's shredded up easily. And I can taste the garlic, but I probably would put a little bit more garlic in there for my taste. That's probably enough garlic for most people's taste, but for my taste, I'd like a little bit more garlic. And I probably should have used the whole onion. But I can tell where it's going. So I can tell that if I had beefed up those spices just a little bit, that it would have been even better. You might even add a dash of cayenne pepper to it to give it a little bit of a kick. You could add a jar of green chilies, and that would give it a kick. If you're into a kick, you know me, I don't like much of a kick, but the chili powder itself has a little bit of a kick to me. But I'm trying to think about what you might like as well. I think it's really good. I just would make a few modifications, like adding a little bit more chili powder. I would add that cumin because I think that the cumin would have given it more depth of flavor. And that's what we're looking for, right? So we want it to be diabetic friendly, but we want it to be delicious too. And so to give you the nutrition information, it has 359 calories in a full bowl, 10 grams of fat, 60 milligrams of cholesterol. It does have 41 grams of carbs, but that's because we've got two types of beans in here, which are high in carbs. But it has 13 grams of fiber because of those beans, so that brings us down to 28 net carbs. And even at the 41, we're under that 45 grams of carbs we want to stay at to be diabetic friendly. But at a net 28, we're perfect. And it has 26 grams of protein. So I think it's a winner, and I hope you will try it on a nice late fall day, and that you enjoy it. If it's cool in your area, it definitely would be a good comfort food to have when in the cooler weather. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up or a like. You can subscribe to my channel, Healing Cottage Homestead, on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I post diabetic friendly recipes every Tuesday and Friday. Well, most Tuesdays and Fridays. I have missed the last 2 Tuesdays because we've had a major project at work, but I've managed to get one video in a week on Fridays, and then on 5 p.m. Eastern, those are when I post the diabetic friendly recipes. And then on Sunday, around noon Eastern, I post something that is the backstory or something a little bit more in depth, canning, gardening, different aspects like that. This Sunday I'm going to show a gift idea that I have for a group of people that I will share with you, and we're going to make a no-need mini baguettes to go with these gifts. And so I hope that you'll tune in on Sunday to this recipe. It looks like it's going to be delicious. So I really enjoyed our time together today, friends, and I hope you did as well. I look forward to cooking with you again soon. Take care.